Imagine when the whole world had accepted that Tesla Semi Gen 2 is just an expensive experiment. Then suddenly, Elon Musk made such a blast about the 2026 model that honestly, it shook everyone. Yes, Elon himself has leaked the new range, price, and even the confirmation of its mass production. Now just imagine, the truck which people were considering only as a dream of electric transport is now going to become a reality. And that too, with such features hearing which diesel truck manufacturing companies have lost their sleep. The new version of Semi Gen 2 is not only more powerful than before, but both its range and price are such that they can change the definition of the trucking industry. The question is, how much has this range increased? How much has the price decreased? And when is the mass production going to start? Why is Semi Gen 2 being called a game changer? Actually, diesel trucks have dominated the trucking industry till now. Be it America, Europe, or Asia, only big diesel trucks were seen ruling the highways. The reason was also clear: more power, long distance, and the ability to run continuously for hours. But Tesla Semi Gen 2 has changed this thinking. Now, an electric truck is not only at par with diesel, but has surpassed it in many cases. Leaked information from Elon Musk has revealed that the range of Semi Gen 2 is now more than ever. The biggest question for trucking companies has always been how much distance the electric truck will be able to cover with a heavy load. But Semi Gen 2 has removed this doubt. Now drivers and companies will not have to worry about charging again and again. It can easily complete long-distance journeys. This is why it is being called a game changer. Imagine when big companies making diesel trucks are seeing this change. It is no less than a shock for them. The entry of Tesla Semi Gen 2 has made it clear that the future of trucking is going to change. Now, Elon Musk says that in the coming times, most of the logistics companies in the world will shift to electric trucks, and if this happens, it will be the biggest change that the transport industry has seen in the last several decades. The most talked about Tesla Semi Gen 2 is its power and performance, because this is the aspect which has been dominated by diesel trucks till now. It has always been believed in the trucking industry that diesel engines are the most reliable for carrying heavy loads and running for long distances without stopping. But Tesla has tried to change this thinking with Semi Gen 2. Let's understand how powerful the power and performance of this new electric truck really is, and how it stands apart from the old diesel trucks. First of all, let's talk about the motor and torque of the Semi Gen 2. Tesla has installed 4 powerful electric motors in it, out of which 2 motors work only for efficiency, and the other 2 motors work to give tremendous torque and power. With the help of these motors, the torque of the Semi Gen 2 is so high that it can run without any problem even with the heaviest load. Tesla claims that even if the Semi Gen 2 truck runs with a full load, that is, about 37,000 kilograms, it will still reach a speed of 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just 20 seconds. Now just imagine how big a proof it is for such a heavy vehicle to reach such a fast speed for any electric technology. Regarding its performance on mountains and highways, Tesla has clarified that Semi Gen 2 has been specifically designed, keeping long-haul transportation in mind. Generally, the biggest strength of diesel trucks is that they can easily run with load even in hilly areas, but Semi Gen 2 has performed more than expected in this case too. Tesla says that this truck can maintain a speed of 65 miles per hour, or about 105 kilometers per hour, with full load even on hill climbs. On the other hand, diesel trucks usually do not reach a speed of more than 40 to 45 miles per hour on similar climbs. That is, Semi Gen 2 is not only in competition despite being electric, but is ahead of diesel in many cases. Its smooth performance on the highway is also worth mentioning. Due to the electric motor, Semi Gen 2 does not require gear shifting, whereas in diesel trucks, gears have to be changed frequently. This not only makes driving easier, but also reduces driver fatigue on long journeys. Tesla has also provided a regenerative braking system in Semi Gen 2, which charges the truck's battery on descent, and also controls the truck. This gives better braking to the driver, and there is no wastage of energy like fuel. Now if we compare it with old diesel trucks, Tesla Semi Gen 2 gives direct advantage in many cases. Diesel trucks incur huge maintenance expenses due to their large engine and gearbox. On the other hand, the electric Semi has neither gearbox nor hassles like oil change. Due to this, its performance remains stable for a long time. Yes, battery capacity and charging infrastructure are still challenges, but in terms of power and torque, Semi-Gen 2 is giving tough competition to diesel. The most special thing about Semi-Gen 2 is that it brings a big change not only in performance but also in driving experience. Tesla has made its driver cabin very modern, driving seat in the middle, touchscreen display on both sides, and fully digital controls. This means that driving a truck is no longer just a task of pulling a machine, but has become a high-tech experience. The power and performance of Tesla Semi-Gen 2 is such that it can no longer be taken lightly. It runs smoothly even with full load, is fast on hills, and stable on the highway. Along with challenging the power of old diesel trucks, Semi-Gen 2 has proved that electric technology is no longer limited to cars, but can also change a heavy industry like trucking. In the coming times, this performance factor will decide whether trucking companies will really shift from diesel to electric. When Tesla first announced the semi-truck in 2017, the eyes of the whole world were fixed on this project. Elon Musk had claimed at that time that this electric truck would change the transportation industry forever. His words surprised everyone because till that time electric cars were a big deal for people, and making a heavy machine like a truck electric seemed almost impossible. Musk had said that the Semi would give a range of 300 miles and 500 miles on a single charge, and its price would be around $150,000 to $180,000. At that time, these claims were so big that trucking companies immediately started pre-ordering. Big companies like Pepsi, Walmart, and UPS also jumped into this race, but the reality turned out to be